Hey everybody, my name is Damon Atkins, and today I'll be interviewing physical therapist Darin Durell. Mr. Durell, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Certainly, I am a physical therapist. I work at Venture Physical Therapy, West Cobb. I've been doing physical therapy here for about 16 years, and then in one aspect or another at different places since 1991, so I've been doing it a while.
Oh, that's great to hear. What led you on the path of becoming a physical therapist?
When I first started thinking about a career, I knew I wanted to do something medical. I didn't quite know what at the time, but I worked in radiology at Kennestone Hospital. Decided that's not what I really wanted to do, so it was suggested to check into physical therapy, and while working started volunteering for the physical therapy department, and just fell in love with it, so kind of rolled out from there.
Interesting. So what do you enjoy most about your job being a physical therapist?
Being able to help people, trying to formulate a good plan for them to where we can get them out of pain, get them back to doing what they need and want to do, because that's really the key, is getting people back to function.
So with some give, there's always some take. It's positive and negative. So what are the negatives? What would you say are the negatives of becoming a physical therapist or the PT?
The biggest negative is the paperwork in it. There's a lot of documentation involved. Also, insurance companies kind of dictating what you can and can't do, to the extent of, a lot of people have policies where they allow maybe 20 visits in a whole year, no matter what. So when you have somebody with a traumatic event that occurs, a fall off a roof or something like that you're trying to recover from, 20 visits really is kind of tough, but you do what you can. You make do with what you have and get going as best you can.
That's crazy. I didn't know anything about that, about the whole insurance company and the visits. What advice would you give a person who's seeking the profession of allied health, physical therapy, in this example?
Anything that you're wanting to get into, make sure that you learn about it firsthand, and that you volunteer or shadow someone that does that profession. You really don't get to understand the ins and outs of it unless you can experience it with someone that's actually in it. Researching on the internet and everything's great, and it'll give you a good base, but you really have to get into it to know whether that's something you're going to want to do for the rest of your life. And it's a commitment when you start to do something like that, especially physical therapy. You want to make sure that you're going in the direction that you want to go, and you're not going to be changing course as that goes on.
Okay, so let's say, as you said earlier, it's a commitment. For a person who does get the opportunity to be selected into a physical therapy program, what are some of the expectations they might expect or see when they're in school or in classes?
It's full-time. Almost all the programs, I can definitely speak on the one I went to, which was Medical College of Georgia, but as far as I know, all the programs are 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You have labs at night, cadaver labs or manual therapy labs. And it's a full-time commitment. Most of the programs will tell you that you're not going to be able to work while you're doing the program. So you just have to really be aware of the time commitment that's going to be in it once you're in.
Interesting. Well, I want to say firsthand, thank you for the great service you've done around the community with everybody, and thank you for the opportunity for the interview.
Hey, no problem.
And Venture Physical Therapy and Hand Therapy, celebrating 20 years of quality care. Great. That's it. Thank you.